Hello children, how are you all? And this is your Valli, addressing from SLVM School Chekapatnagaram, dealing with the subject English of Class 4. So, and I hope everyone are fine there and doing good, and really want to appreciate you students for following the online classes regularly. Okay children, now I am going with our new lesson of term 1, the tale of a mountain. The tale of a mountain. And what is the meaning of tale? The tale is nothing but a story. Tale is nothing but a story. It doesn't mean that it is not a real story. It's a story of transcription. Okay, children, now I'm going with the lesson, the tale of a mountain. So, children, now I'm going with the lesson. A lonely mountain feels sorry for itself until it accidentally learns a wonderful secret. A lonely mountain. The mountain is feeling very lonely. That means it doesn't have any friends, it doesn't have any time pass, so that the mountain is feeling very lonely. And it feels sorry for itself. Why? Because it doesn't have anyone to take care of the mountain, and it doesn't have any family and any relatives until it accidentally learns a wonderful secret. And the mountain gets a wonderful secret about itself. What was the wonderful secret the mountain knows about itself? Yeah, look at here. Now I am going with section 1. Once upon a time, on a very fine morning, which was so high, once upon a time, there lived a mountain. In this story, we already know that we are going to discuss about a mountain. So, on the fine morning, which was so high that it might have been the tallest mountain in the whole world. And the mountain, what we are talking about is, it feels that it was the tallest mountain in the whole world. The mountain is the tallest in the whole world. It stood alone in the blue sky. The mountain stood alone in the blue sky. That means sky on the top, on that height, no one is there with mountain. Only the blue sky is there on the up to that height of the mountain. The plain was far below it. What was the meaning of plain? Large, flat area. Look at the picture. There is a peak. That means the highest point of the mountain. Look at the picture. After that, after some falling down, there is one more mountain. After that, there is few more. Just like that, the plain, large flat area is there on the below the mountain. So it had very new friends. Look at the picture. After that, there is a highest peak in the mountain. After that, there is a small peak. Just like that, steps wise, the mountain is getting the peaks. So that peaks, that mountain edges, in this lesson we call it as a new friends to the mountain. Only the big fluffy clouds reached all the way to its peaks. Only the clouds reached the top, the peak of the mountain. What was the fluffy clouds? The word fluffy means light and airy. The clouds are full of light and full of airy. Those fluffy clouds only reach the top peak of the mountain. But what fun it was to poke its pointed peak into the fluffy middle. But there is a fun in the story. What was the fun? The fluffy clouds only reach the highest peak, not to the down peaks. Okay, only the cloud will reach the top of the peak and the remaining friends will not reach the clouds. It tickled them. So the remaining clouds does not touch the remaining mountain peaks does not touch the clouds. The clouds would burst into laughter, and sometimes they would laugh so hard that they would cry. So it's a fairy tale. It's a small funny instant that in this lesson saying that the clouds will burst into laughter. Sometimes the clouds will laugh and burst in the sense blow out. And sometimes they would laugh so hard that they would cry. And sometimes they would laugh. They would laugh hardly so that they will cry, and those cry, what in word format the cry will reach to our earth, then it would be rain on the earth below. So that it doesn't mean that it's the rain on the earth below. So the summary about this paragraph is there is a lonely mountain. It feels sorry, but the mountain knows a secret about him. What was the secret? Yeah, there is a mountain in the lesson, and it is the tallest mountain in the world, and it feeling very lonely. Only the blue sky can reach the peak of the mountain. What is the peak? The topmost point of the mountain is called as peak, and those mountains have very new friends. That means the top peak must have a lower peak. The lower peak must have a very smallest peak. Those peaks all we call it as friends. And the and there is a very best friend to the mountain. How is it? Clouds. Only the clouds can reach the top of the peak. And the mountains will tickle. And the mountains will tickle. Tickle in the sense they play comedy with the mountain. Okay, it tickle them. The clouds will tickle, play a comedy that when the clouds will burst into laughter, it will blow out the water, and sometimes the clouds will laugh, and sometimes the clouds will cry. When the clouds will cry, those cry will comes into the earth as rain. So children, I hope you understand the section 1, paragraph 1. In my next video, I will go with the next paragraph. Thank you children.